Hey everybody, Jen here of Gen X Website Design and Strategy. Today I want to talk to you about your navigation menu on your website. The options you have in your website's navigation menu have a huge impact on your website visitors' user experience. So if you optimize your navigation menu to comply with the desires of your website visitors, you'll improve engagement with them. In other words, if you provide an easy way for them to find what they are looking for, why they landed on your website in the first place. When someone lands on your website for the first time, they are not committed to giving you much of their time. So you need your website's navigation to be easy so that you're not demanding much of their time. Most websites have too many options in their navigation menus, causing decision fatigue for your website visitors who can't figure out what they should do next. Many websites have a bunch of options that don't help the visitor accomplish what they came to do. They have to search and make certain deductions to find what they're looking for. And at this point in the customer journey, they're not willing to give you too much of their time. So they often bounce right off the website. Your website visitors have to make thousands of decisions a day, and they're being bombarded with marketing messages all day long. So when they sit down at their computers to search for information, they're looking for quick answers. And if they happen to land on your website, you want to make this possible. Including every page on your website and multiple drop-down menus in your navigation makes it harder for your website visitors to navigate your website and find what they're looking for, not easier. The less you have in your navigation menu, the better. So I'm going to talk about how to configure your website's navigation menu in order to improve your visitors' user experience and subsequently improve engagement with your brand. There's an acronym that I learned from a high school teacher of mine back in the 80s when people weren't as easily offended as they are today. The acronym is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Now, if that acronym offends you, please know that I don't actually think you're stupid. It's just an acronym. I actually decided to Google the origins of this acronym, and this is what I found in Wikipedia. The KISS principle states that most systems work best if they are kept simple rather than made complicated. Therefore, simplicity should be a key goal in design, and unnecessary complexity should be avoided. So let's apply the KISS principle to your website's navigation menu, shall we? The navigation menu contains options for your visitor to select from in order to navigate or search your website. This is where you include the links that will take your visitors to a specific page or a specific section of a page, or sometimes to a page off of your website. When trying to determine what should go in your navigation menu, consider these three primary reasons that someone landed on your website in the first place. 1, they were looking for information. They were searching for an answer to a specific question or wanted to know more about a certain topic. 2, transactional. Their intent is to buy something immediately. And 3, commercial. They intend to buy in the near future and they're doing their research. You want to make it easy for your visitors to accomplish any one of these tasks. So we'll focus on your navigation menu to the extent that it helps your visitors avoid decision fatigue and easily find what they're looking for. This is the most likely reason someone lands on your website. In this phase, your visitors are far from making a purchase. So having good information on your website is imperative to the customer journey. It builds trust and establishes you as an authority in what you do. This is why a blog is so valuable to the success of your website as a tool for growing your business. If you need help with your blog, I'll include a link below to schedule a call with me and learn more about how I can help you set up your blog for success. I'll also include a link to my free Squarespace blogging quick start guide. So your blog is a great place for people to find information that they're searching for online, not your about page. You might think it's your about page, but it's not. Your about page is only a single page, while your blog is a wealth of information, and information is gold. The information your visitors are looking for has value to them, while your about page does not. Sorry, I know a bunch of you disagree with me on this one, but unless you are one of the exceptions I discuss in my post about pages, I do not recommend having an about page. It's fluff. You can put any relevant information about yourself directly on your homepage, which is actually the most viewed page on your website. So put it there and keep it short. When someone is searching for information online or answers to a specific question, they are looking for a blog. That's why blogs are so effective when they're done right. Once a visitor lands on your blog post because it is the answer to a question that they typed into Google, they can search more valuable content by clicking on the navigation option that says blog. And it should say blog, not something cute and clever that no one will understand. Clarity is key, confusion kills. Call it a blog because it's a blog. Some exceptions to this might be if you have a food blog and your blog is actually a collection of recipes, and it's okay to say recipes. Or maybe your blog is a collection of resources for a book that you just published. Then you can call it resources because you're referring to all of these resources in the context of the book that you wrote. Whatever it is, call it what it is. Don't try to be cute and give it a name. If it's a blog, call it a blog. If it's recipes, call it recipes. If it's book resources, you can call it book resources. Or if you're referring to them as tools, call it tools. But don't try to get cute with this because you're just going to confuse people. If someone lands on your website because they are ready to buy from you, make it really damn easy for them to buy from you. This means putting a strong call to action, or CTA, on a prominent button in the upper right corner of your website. And when I say strong CTA, I mean use direct language like buy now, shop, schedule a call, book now, donate. You don't want to leave any room for doubt. The last thing you want is a website visitor searching for a way to give you their money and having trouble finding it. Avoid passive language on your strong call to action button, like learn more or get in touch, curious, my philosophy. This is frustrating to users who are looking for a cash register and can't find it because it's hidden in the back room. When a visitor is on your website because they are doing their due diligence before making a purchase, they will be looking for the value your product or services offer. They will look for things like pricing and packages, in addition to taking a long look at your homepage if you've configured it to really grab them. If you want some help with them, grab my free guide to writing website copy. I put the value directly on the homepage of the websites I build, just below the section where I tell people the pain they are experiencing, so they can contrast the pain points with the solutions. People want to know what they are going to get for their hard-earned money. While including pricing on your website is a judgment call, and sometimes a tough one to make, you should still let people know all the value they will get if they do business with you. Much of this can go directly on the homepage, but it's a good idea to dedicate a page to this too, because it is helpful for SEO. This could be a services page, a packages page, a pricing page. That one always gets attention. A shop page, which is also your strong call to action, or anything that provides more details about your product or service. So you're probably thinking, well, what about the other pages on my website? You might have other pages on your website you want your visitors to navigate to that I haven't talked about yet. Most of these links can be integrated into the content of your website, or footer links, and you can put as many links in the footer as you want. But there are times when they need to go in the main navigation. For example, if you're a photographer, it would be a mistake not to include a portfolio in your navigation, because this is part of the due diligence your visitors in the commercial phase will need quick access to in order to complete their research. Or if your website has a member area and your members need a place to log in, you'll need to make it easy for them. But do not make the mistake of displaying this prominently on a button. Your navigation button is reserved for your strong call to action. For some pages on your website, you can include links in your website's content to guide your visitors to those pages that are relevant to them and assist them through the customer journey. For example, I could put a link to a portfolio page on my services page. If someone is looking at my services, then they are willing to give me more of their time, and now I can direct them to my portfolio. I can also put it in my footer. It's okay to put more options there. You might think contact should go in your header because that's conventional wisdom, and I always question conventional wisdom. But you don't have to put it there. Put it in the footer. Everyone knows it's there, along with all your other contact information, like your social links, your email, your phone number, your address, etc. And by the way, everyone knows your logo is the thing that will bring them back home, so you don't need to put home in your website's navigation. The bottom line is this: only put those options in your website's main navigation that will allow your visitors to either collect information as it pertains to their specific inquiry, i.e., your blog, is a direct line to buy from you or allows them to do their research and due diligence as it pertains to your product or service before making a purchasing decision. Any other pages can be linked to from internal links built into the content of your website and selected when your visitors are committed to giving you more of their time. They can also be included in your footer. So, was this helpful? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you agree to disagree? Are you already doing this? Do you have a million options in navigation and wonder why no one is buying from you? Feel free to drop your comments below.